Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Titanium collection of April 2026. To help me answer the question, should you buy it? By using links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have The Executive, Movie Industry Tycoon, a sandbox business simulation that allows you to rewrite Hollywood history from the 1970s to the modern day. You begin as the founder of a scrappy production company, starting in a humble office with the goal of building a studio that rivals the industry's greatest. Whether you choose to inherit your starting $30 million for an easier start or take a traditional loan, the focus remains on making critical decisions that shape your cinematic legacy. The gameplay is thorough, requiring you to select themes, genres, and age ratings while matching them for maximum success. You hire directors and actors, playfully name their spoonerisms like Kian Deaton, based on their affinity for the script and box office draw. You must balance budgets across writing, sets, and effects, using sliders to allocate effort strategically. As you progress, you unlock research points to expand into sequels, franchises, and advanced production features like creature designs or stunt work. Visually, the game utilizes clean interfaces and intuitive menus centered around your evolving office. While the graphics are simple, the attention to detail, like the daylight cycle during production, adds to the immersion. The music complements this with a glitzy cinematic feel. Although the game can feel like a second job due to its heavy reliance on spreadsheets and data analysis, it offers a realistic representation of the industry's highs and lows. If you've ever dreamed of being a Hollywood mogul, this simulation offers an addictive, deep experience. At number 2 we have Heartworm, a survival horror experience that functions as a haunting love letter to the 1990s PlayStation era. You step into the shoes of Sam, a grieving protagonist who ventures into a mysterious mountain house hoping to reunite with her deceased grandfather. Unlike typical genre heroes, Sam is a grounded, witty character whose journey through traumatic memories feels deeply personal. You'll immediately recognize the mechanical DNA of classics like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. The game utilizes fixed camera angles and traditional tank controls, though you can toggle modern movement if you prefer. Instead of firearms, you defend yourself using a camera, a clear nod to Fatal Frame that emphasizes tension over raw firepower. You must manage a limited inventory and solve well-judged puzzles that require genuine brainstorming. Visually, the game captures a crunchy lo-fi aesthetic perfectly. You explore diverse environments, from abandoned hospitals to eerie hedge mazes, all rendered with nostalgic angular proportions. While the zoomed-out camera can occasionally make navigation difficult on smaller screens, the atmospheric payoff is immense. The experience is bolstered by a stellar piano-heavy soundtrack that shifts from soothing melodies to frantic boss themes. While Heartworm leans heavily on its inspirations, it carves out its own identity by focusing on the parasitic nature of grief. You might find the survival elements less punishing than the games of old, but the emotional weight and creative boss designs ensure a memorable trip. If you harbor a fondness for retro horror, this polished package is an essential addition to your collection. At number 3 we have ECHOSTASIS, the award-winning conclusion to the Enigma trilogy, a surreal sci-fi horror experience where reality is created by algorithms. You play the role of the Administrator, tasked with venturing into the cloud to navigate the fractured minds of 3 subjects, lost within personalized realities called Echoes. By utilizing a fully interactive terminal and an open-ended keyword system, you must piece together the cryptic narrative while facing the glitches within the dreamscape. The presentation is a masterclass in analog horror, blending low-poly visuals with a psychedelic vaporwave-infused aesthetic. However, you should prepare for a gameplay loop that is intentionally demanding and often polarizing. The experience leans heavily into a trial-and-error Souls-like structure, where health is essentially a ticking timer. Getting hit or making a wrong turn results in an immediate reset, forcing you to find shortcuts and optimize your movement through intricate Metroidvania-style mazes. To truly grasp what happened, you must have played the previous entries, as the story is a complex tapestry of philosophical and psychological themes. While the combat and time-pressured exploration can feel like a frustrating slog, the emotional payoff and visual storytelling are powerful. It is an unapologetic piece of art that prioritizes atmosphere and immersion over traditional fun. If you possess the patience to overcome its technical quirks and brutal difficulty, you'll find a hauntingly beautiful finale that cements the series as a unique landmark in indie horror. It is a bold, mind-bending journey worth taking. At number 4 we have Let's Build the Zoo and Dinosaur Island, a management simulation that blends charming pixel art with a surprisingly deep moral compass. You're tasked with constructing a world-class wildlife park from the ground up, balancing visitor satisfaction against corporate greed. The core gameplay loop involves placing enclosures, hiring staff, and managing complex supply chains. However, the true hook lies in a DNA splicing mechanic. By combining genetic materials from different animals, you can create over 300,000 wacky hybrids, ranging from chick iguanas to even more bizarre chimeric abominations. The Dinosaur Island DLC expands this experience by transporting you to a remote island filled with prehistoric marvels. Instead of standard livestock, you manage over 50 fossilized species. You must navigate new enclosures, specialized shops, and a fresh campaign that leads into the Jurassic aesthetic. The expansion maintains the base game's signature morality system, where your choices dictate whether you run a conservation-focused sanctuary or a dystopian factory farm. You might find yourself tempted to cut corners for profit, but the consequences of your environmental impact are always looming. Visually, the game utilizes a vibrant aesthetic that masks its darker underlying themes. You'll find the interface intuitive, yet dense, offering granular control over everything from ticket prices to the amount of salt on the popcorn. Whether you're resurrecting a T-Rex or crossbreeding a capybara, the game offers an addictive mix of creativity and logistics. It is a whimsical yet provocative Tycoon title that challenges how you treat the creatures under your care. At number 5 we have Dark Hunting Ground, a minimalist pixel action RPG that strips away narrative bloat to focus entirely on loot, power, and complex character progression. As a new member of the Hunters Association, you're tasked with thinning out monster swarms and confronting the encroaching Void corruption. This title is essentially a Path of Exile experience on steroids, blending the high-octane theory crafting of a traditional hack and slash with the approachable mechanics of an idler. You can experiment across 6 distinct archetypes: Warrior, Assassin, Scholar, Ranger, Summoner, and Guardian, utilizing 18 core skills. The depth is remarkable. Every skill can be modified with 7 slates, allowing you to reshape your playstyle completely. Beyond skills, you'll navigate layered systems like the Chaos Atlas and the Dark Tree, utilizing 80 unique relics and abyssal eyes to optimize your hunter. The gameplay loop is exceptionally addictive, evolving from hands-on combat to fully automated farming. You can customize hunting grounds using 13 different cores, testing your builds against scaling Void Lords. While the initial hours might seem overly simplistic, the game rewards your patience with significant quality of life features, such as loot filters, auto pickup companions, and instant build presets. You'll find a highly deterministic crafting system that lets you perfect gear piece by piece without frustrating randomness. Although the ending may feel slightly abrupt to some, the chill lobby music and deep synergy mechanics make it a true hidden gem. If you love upgrades and build characters without filler, this is the ultimate loot goblin experience. At number 6 we have Cryptmaster, a darkly humorous dungeon crawling RPG, where words, not weapons, are your greatest tool. You and your undead party must navigate eerie monochrome dungeons under the guidance of the sardonic Cryptmaster, using an ever-growing lexicon of words to battle enemies, solve riddles, and unearth the secrets of the underworld. Unlike standard typing games, Cryptmaster does not just throw preset words at you. It forces you to recall and strategically use discovered words in combat. Each battle rewards you with letters from enemy names, which help unlock new words, creating a unique puzzle-like challenge. But don't expect to mindlessly spam high-damage words. Cooldowns, enemy resistances, and letter restrictions keep you thinking on your feet. Beyond combat, the game offers clever puzzles, lateral thinking riddles, and side activities like Whatever, a mini-game woven seamlessly into conversations. The game's grim yet playful atmosphere is amplified by a striking art style and the Cryptmaster's dry, mocking voice performance. While the monochrome art style is atmospheric, it can feel visually repetitive. Also, playing with the control is not ideal for a typing-based game, though the developers have made solid efforts to make it viable. Fortunately, turn-based combat options ensure accessibility for those less comfortable with fast typing. Cryptmaster transforms a niche skill into something thrilling, blending wordplay with dungeon crawling in an unforgettable way. If you're a fan of unique RPG mechanics, dark humor, and quick thinking, this is one crypt worth exploring. At number 7 we have Mama's Sleeping Angels, a surreal Y2K dream exploration game that feels more like a chaotic nightmare than a peaceful slumber. It is what you get when you combine the extraction formula of Lethal Company with drug-induced hallucinations and a cursed PlayStation 1 aesthetic. You and your friends venture into strange, dangerous locations to scavenge for items, bring them back to feed a nightmarish goddess named Mama to unlock new maps. The game is a fever dream of unpredictability where anything goes. You might find yourself chased by cars that randomly come to life, or lumbering monstrosities with indescribable shapes. In the middle of a run, your friends might uncontrollably pee themselves or accidentally fire off a nuke. It is an unhinged mixture of cosmic horror and dreamlike absurdism that is undoubtedly best experienced with a group on voice chat. Mechanically, the game is very simple and not particularly sophisticated. You explore, loot, and repeat. While procedural generation helps, some levels can feel samey, and the novelty might wear off after a few hours if you play solo. However, the absolutely insane art style and the sheer friend slot fun factor carry the experience. If you enjoy eccentric humor and are looking for a few hours of pure degeneracy to share with your social circle, this project manages to work in its own bizarre way. It is a unique lo-fi descent into madness that you'll likely find entertaining as long as you have companions to share the WTF moments with. At number 8 we have Metal Hellsinger, a rhythm-based first-person shooter that marries the intensity of metal music with fast-paced shooting action. The game offers a unique blend of gameplay elements, resulting in an intriguing but not flawless experience. At its core, Metal Hellsinger combines rhythm-based mechanics with FPS gameplay, creating a unique genre mashup. The game features exceptional soundtrack, with every track composed and performed by Two Feathers, a seasoned music production house known for their work in Battlefield 4 and Warhammer Vermintide 2. Gameplay in Metal Hellsinger combines elements from Doom and Crypt of the Necrodancer, encouraging you to maintain combos and keep your fury meter high by shooting to the rhythm. The deliberate pacing and challenging combat make the game stand out from other rhythm FPS titles, emphasizing precision over speed. While the gameplay shines, the game's narrative falls short of expectations. You play as the Unknown, a vengeful soul on a quest through the 9 circles of hell. Although the premise is promising, the story becomes overly convoluted and struggles to maintain engagement. Voice acting is uneven, with Past the Skull's narration often feeling out of place. Despite its narrative shortcomings, Metal Hellsinger offers replay value through torments, boss rush arenas that provide new power-granting sigils. These arenas are enjoyable and contribute to a character's progression. In conclusion, Metal Hellsinger is an entertaining and unique experience that successfully combines rhythm and FPS gameplay. Its exceptional soundtrack and deliberate combat mechanics set it apart, although the story and voice acting leave room for improvement. Despite its flaws, the game offers an enjoyable and challenging adventure that metal and FPS enthusiasts will appreciate. At number 9 we have Paper Animal Adventure, a charming roguelike that blends the cozy aesthetics of pixel art with the strategic depth of a dungeon crawler. Drawing heavy inspiration from classics like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Paper Mario, it puts you in charge of a brave group of adventurers seeking a missing king. With 10 adorable characters to choose from, ranging from power-focused brawlers to defensive specialists, you must navigate procedurally generated maps filled with scary enemies and valuable loot. The gameplay loop is incredibly engaging. You explore 8 main dungeons, collecting stickers for passive abilities and upgrading skills to suit your playstyle. A unique feature is the cooking mechanic. Once you steal a pot from an enemy camp, you can experiment by combining items for powerful buffs. While some players find the story shorter than its inspirations, the inclusion of 6 difficulty settings and rewind runs featuring stronger boss variants ensure significant replayability. However, the early access experience isn't without hurdles. You might find the keyboard-only menu navigation counterintuitive, as it relies on backspace rather than the traditional escape key. Some users have also reported bugs regarding save files and keybind persistence. Despite these technical quirks, the game shines through its expressive characters and catchy soundtrack. Whether you're playing as a cool frog or a little ducky, the passion behind the project is evident. If you enjoy tiles-based combat and a mysterious premise, this colorful world offers a polished, heartwarming adventure that feels like a lost N64 gem rediscovered for the modern era. At number 10 we have Valley Peaks, a riveting first-person climbing adventure that casts you as an amphibious technician tasked with installing radio towers across a picturesque mountain range. Set in a miniature open world populated by charming frog inhabitants, the game blends a wholesome, cozy atmosphere with a surprisingly tactile and demanding physics-based climbing system. Using your controller's triggers to grip individual handholds, you must navigate 11 distinct mountains, each offering multiple routes graded by difficulty. Your journey begins as you escape a mundane city job to continue the work of your father. While the pastel-colored landscape and relaxing soundtrack suggest a gentle stroll, the verticality is where you'll find a true challenge. You'll encounter crumbling rocks, swinging spikes, and moving minecarts that test your coordination. To assist your ascent, you can unlock various gadgets, including a glider to soar between peaks, a time-warping watch to nail tricky jumps, and even a specialized tongue for extra reach. Between climbs, you can explore the valley to chat with quirky NPCs, complete fetch quests, and collect hidden items like mushrooms and golden nuts. While the game's late-game difficulty spikes and some repetitive tasks can feel frustrating, the sense of accomplishment you feel when reaching a summit is immense. Whether you're following the mysterious narrative regarding an evil corporation or simply enjoying the view, Valley Peaks offers a unique, rhythmic experience. It is a delightful reminder that life is too short not to be a frog, provided you don't mind a little sweat on your palms. And that's all for this bundle. This titanium bundle is a total power-up for your library. For just $13.49, you're snagging high-tier loot like Metal Hellsinger and a surreal Cryptmaster. Whether you're grinding through Land of the Vikings or speedrunning Mama Sleeping Angels, the value here is legendary. It's a massive win for Steam Deck players too, with most titles being fully verified. Do not sleep on this drop. Grab your 3-game stack, customize your loadout, and level up your backlog before it's game over. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.